All right. Good morning, family. How's everybody doing today? I am Minister in Training Avery Babon. Welcome to the Living in Light Church, which is an independent spiritualist church. Our Sunday service is on the first and third Sunday of each month. Believe it or not, this is the third Sunday, and this month has actually blown by us. Heavenly host.
We spin up the clock.
I don't know. I really don't know. Please turn off your cell phones, silence them, or put them on vibrate, as we do not want them interrupting the service. Once again, I am Reverend Avery Babel, Minister in Training, and I will be chairing the service for this morning. We do have coffee and bottled water available to us.
And cream.
And cream.
And cream.
And cream. How about that? I love cream, especially for my coffee. I can't drink it black. I'm trying to learn to drink black coffee. And no, I do not have anything against black.
What you trying to say?
Anyhow. All right. And the restrooms are in the back, are in the back of the building, to the right as you go out the door. We welcome you to browse our selection of library books in the back of the church, and they are available to you for $1 apiece for a total of 6 months. We ask for a dollar donation to check out the books. It's really not that much to ask for. We have a healing book in which you are welcome to add names of people who you would like to see receiving healing. Opposite that page is where you can put names of those who have crossed over to the other side recently. If you are new to billets, on the third Sunday is where you're going to ask us a question of spirit, written on a piece of paper and folded. Then identify the piece of paper with a personal symbol so that you know when your question is being read anonymously. You may do so between now and towards the end of our service. If you can't think of any question, you could just place a question mark on the other side. Today we are joined here with Reverend Bob Engold and Reverend Sandra Deckinger and Reverend Avery Babylon. Myself? Okay, anyhow. I guess special observances, let's see.
Thanksgiving's coming.
Thanksgiving is coming, yes. And again, this month really sped on by. Thanksgiving is Thursday, November 25th. 28th, my God, I tell you. Whew. So, in observance of that, let us now stand and sing the opening hymn and remain standing for the opening invocation. And today's hymn will be Brighten the Corner, hymn number 120. Until some demons you may do, not wait to shed light to now you true, right in the corner where you are, right in the corner where you are, right in the corner where you are. Some are really under the cross, right in the corner where you are. Just in the quiet sky. So skies you may have to clear, and my sadness your way before. Go into my heart alone, for your sorrows you right in the corner where you are, right in the corner where you are, right in the corner where you are. Some corner they come across the right in the corner Right in the corner where you are. Right in the corner where you are. Someone hurrying down the storm. Right in the corner where you are.
Oh, yeah.
Different.
All right.
Yeah.
Infinite intelligence, we direct our thoughts in this hour we are together, asking that our spirit permeate our souls with love, harmony, peace, and joy of communing with like-minded people. We ask that our service be blessed with only the highest of knowledge, and that it be given in accordance with our understanding so we may continue to go forward and use spiritualism's teachings in our daily lives. Amen. You may now be seated. And now let us recite the Declaration of Principles. This declaration can be found in the inside cover of our hymnal books, beginning with number 1. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact, scientifically proven by the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We affirm the moral responsibility of individuals and that we make our own happiness or unhappiness as we obey or disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any soul, here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing are divine attributes proven through mediumship. And now, the healing portion of the service will be led by Reverend Bob Engel.
Well, thank you, everyone. So good morning to everybody, and I'm glad to see that you're all here. You made it here, even though it's a little cold this morning. Well, we're going to go into the spiritual portion. We're going to go into the healing portion of our service. There's a healing book in the back, so if there's people that you want healing to go to, we can do it remotely. We can do remote healing. And they can't be here. If their name's in the book, we'll be calling it out. And as part of the healing service, we'll be singing the healing hymn and reciting the healing prayer. I will then ask the spiritual healers to station themselves by the chairs, and you can come up and get a hands-on healing. Please be aware that healing is about the working energy provided by Spirit, who have chosen the healing mediums to send their spiritual healing energy through. And just as a reminder, in order to become certified, some of our healers need to have an affidavit. We have those in the back. So if you feel like you've got a beneficial healing, help them out. Help them out so that they can be qualified. So that's Avery, Charles, and Sandy that need those. So please remain seated as we recite the healing prayer, which is on page 109. He healeth me. 109. 109. There it is. He with me, oh blessed thoughts, oh words with heavenly comfort from. Whate'er I do, where'er I be, still 'tis God's love that healeth me.
bind me closer still to thee, since 'tis thy love that be with me.
And in your hymnal books, on the first page or the last page, maybe in the book that you have, we have the healing prayer that we will recite together. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of God. And now I'll ask our healing mediums to station themselves. They're going to be giving hands-on healing, and if you don't feel like having them touch your shoulders, let them know. They will correct themselves. Hands are the focal point of spiritual energy coming from the spirit world and passing through the healer's hands into the one requesting to be healed. And it is helpful for the one in need to be mindful of the gift being shared and to think of themselves as being restored by this action. Just putting on a little meditation music. That'll come up in a moment. So the rest of us, we're going to be doing a meditation. And that's to get you in a good space, a good positive space within your mind. And at the same time, it's going to help alleviate the ills that we have. Maybe just a little bit, maybe a lot, we don't know. It depends on your strength. The ability to be in a positive way. This is the Healing Lab meditation. So I ask you all now to surround yourselves with a white light. Think of it as like a fog that just begins to form around you, completely surrounding you. All areas, up, down, back, front, left, right, all around you, completely encompassing you. Letting it cocoon you like a gentle, billowy glow. Feel that it is warm against your body. Now, on top of that white light, bring forth a gold light just outside of that. So we have this cocooned white light, and it is surrounded by another cocoon of gold light. Begin to breathe deeply. You're relaxing your bodies, and this is a signal to the brain that you are doing just that. Charge yourself with the power of spirituality. Feel that you are opening up the top of your head. Feel that you are relaxing. Feel that spiritual energy is coming through the very top of your head. Feel it spreading gold light all the way down through your head. Feel as it enters your face. Let that energy continue moving down to the shoulders, through the neck to the shoulders. Feel yourself relaxing. The muscles relaxing. Let it encompass and heal you. The healing chairs are open. Feel that there's no fear, no anxiety. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel the quiet peace. Feel the energy all the way down to the back, to the thighs, down to the knees, down to the calves, to the ankles, and to the feet, until you are encompassed in this golden liquid light, feeling of quiet peace. Nothing disturbs you. The fans you hear from the heater are actually energy. It's an energy generator. It's helping to aid in your relaxation. Now I want you to feel the color blue. The color blue is tranquil. The color blue is peaceful. The color blue is calming. Let that soak in. Let it provide its effect of calming. Now take a grass green colored light and put it down through the middle of yourself, right down the middle of your body where all the chakras are. The pituitary, the pineal, the thyroid, the pancreas, and the reproductive. I want you to feel yourself now going down an escalator. I want you to count the way down until you relax even deeper. 10. Feel yourself going deeper. 9. Nothing disturbs you. 8. The God consciousness is growing. 7. The Spirit is moving within you. 6. There are no illnesses in your body. 5. Breathing is regular. 4. The good within you has grown large. 3, 2, 1, 0. You get off this escalator in front of doors. Doors are very symbolic of opening. Like our Lord said, knock and it shall be opened unto thee. Push open the doors and there's a beautiful blue room. In the ceiling of this room is a stained circular skylight. And in the center of this stained glass skylight are the colors gold, green, white, purple, and blue. You walk into the room and you're very aware that there's a gurney or a couch with a white sheet on it. You get on this gurney or this couch and you lie there, staring up at the beautiful stained glass. A chair is now available. In a moment, the stained glass begins to move, begins to rotate, and there is a sunshine behind the stained glass. And like pinwheels of color, these colors begin to hit you. The blue, now royal, strong, and calming. Then the gold, spiritually high-mindedness. The purple, the highest form of all spiritual colors, is bringing your God center intact. The white for purity and the Holy Spirit. And then the green, now circulating through your whole body to heal all infected cells. Allow these colors to spiral and circulate through your whole body. Anyone else that is ill, you can put them in this lab to do the very same thing that you are doing to yourself today. You feel so at peace. There is nothing to fear. You know you are never really alone. You may feel you live alone, die alone, and are born alone, but you are not alone. This world is peopled by spirits that love you, and by a God that could never, ever stop loving you. And in Christ's consciousness that emanates through you, and the Holy Spirit penetrates every cell. Say to yourself now, I am healed. I am healed. I am whole. I am positive. And I am loving. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. So this is the healing lab where you can use your mind to make yourself well. And now that you are completely at peace, you can come back into this room. Feel your surroundings, becoming alert again. Feel free to open your eyes. So that's the healing meditation. I will now get the list. The healing mediums are now released. We have a list for people that have crossed over, and this is in recognition of that as we send them blessings in their new life on the other side. For the healing list, as I call out these names, think of these people as being healed, that healing energy is being sent to each individual. So allow the healing energies to touch these people, to make them better, to help them recover from whatever illness, whether it be mental or physical, to be restored to a healthy state. So this concludes the healing service for today. And just a reminder, if you felt like you got a good healing, there's affidavits in the back. Okay, thank you.
Excuse me. Thank you very much, Reverend Bob. I would like to now introduce the speaker for today, who comes from us from, let's see, our church. Very far away. His name is Reverend Bob. Oh, I'm sorry. It's my Lord.
The one waving her hand.
Lord have mercy. It's actually Reverend Sandra Deckinger. That's so embarrassing. I can't believe I made that mistake. I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. What can I do to get that Christmas present back? Anyhow, she's a very lovely, beautiful lady. I consider her my mother. Okay, how about that? Okay, anyhow, let's give her a very warm welcome. But before she comes out, shall we sing for you?
Okay.
Okay. So before I consider her my mother. She's very awesome. Does that give me a Christmas present? Yeah. Do I get money? Is it money? Anyhow, just kidding. So for the let's sing let's sing in the garden, page 155 in the garden. All 3 verses. In the garden. I love the garden. Gardens are nice. In the garden. I come to the garden alone, the dew is still on the roses, and the
talks with me, and he tells me I am his own. And the joy they share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. He speaks and the sound of his voice is so sweet, the birds hush their singing, and the melody that he gave to me within my heart is ringing. And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. I stay in the garden with him, though the night around me is song. I lift me go through the voice of hope, his voice to me is calling. And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known.
And now, let's please welcome Reverend Sandra Deckinger. Mama Deckinger.
Patience Worth. I don't know if you've heard of her, but she was very popular in the beginning of spiritualism. You know, the early decades of the 20th century and the late 19th century, there was an awful lot of spirituality and spiritism and all its trappings. There were a lot of new religions coming out. And Americans of all social classes participated in seances and tarot readings and frequented mediums. During the summer of 1913, in a small house in St. Louis, two women faced each other over a Ouija board, and they had the Ouija board on their laps. One of the women, Pearl Curran, suggested they stop because all they were getting out of the board was gibberish. But suddenly, the pointer seemed to come to life and quickly spelled out, "Many moons ago I lived, again I come. Patient Worth my name. Wait, I would speak with thee. If thou shalt live, then so shall I. I make my bread by the hearth. Good friends, let us be merry. The time for work is past." This was the beginning. Over the next 24 years, Patience would dictate more than 300,000 words to Pearl Curran in the form of religious and secular poetry, novels, conversations, and plays. The work seemed to be primarily in the language of 17th century England. The media reported on this strange story, and skeptics and believers from around the country would sit with Pearl when Patience was writing. Nobody was able to prove fraud because Pearl had left school at the age of 14. She had little knowledge of the technical aspects of Patient's 17th century language or its archaic vocabulary. Pearl had never shown any indication that she wanted to be a writer or an author. Pearl had very limited reading experience, except with Shakespeare or the King James Bible or any other book using the 17th century English. This was before the King James Bible was translated into modern English. It was mostly in 17th century, these and thous. While observers continued to try and find an explanation for this, no one found any problems with the literature. The New York Times called the novel The Sorry Tale, a wonderful, a beautiful, and a noble book. The review of reviewers proclaimed that the book has beauty and extraordinary power. Time went on, and Patience writing never stopped. One of the bizarre incidents in this already unusual story took place when Patience told Curran to adopt a female infant. Although legally the child of the Currans, it was expected that the child was the Currans. However, Patience wanted to consider this her own baby, and they did anything to stop this. The girl was named Patience Worth Curran. Eventually, Patience Worth's fame came to a close. Interest in spiritualism was waning, and her subsequent novels and poetries couldn't find a publisher. But that didn't stop Patience. She continued to produce poetry and fiction at a rapid pace. Her sessions continued with Pearl until Pearl's death in December of 1937. Patience had predicted Pearl's death. Is this an unsolved mystery? Was Patience really a ghost? Was she an alternate personality of Pearl? Was she someone from a past life who was expressing herself through Pearl? Everyone found this amazing. As spiritualists, we know that Pearl was a guide and that she was giving this information to Pearl. I looked, and Amazon.com has some very interesting books. When I put in Patience Worth, I thought I would find very little, but there's a collection of them. One of them was Singer in the Shadows, The Strange Story of Patience Worth, and another, Patience Worth, A Psychic Mystery. And now I'll just read a little poem that she wrote. A day for toil, an hour for sport, for study and for ease, but for the heart that loves to live in the living breeze. Today we often hear of people who are channeling guides and spirits. This is one that was well documented. You can check out the books on Amazon if you want to know more about Patience Worth. And thank you.
thank you very much, Reverend and Sandra. Now we're going to ask for donation to our church collection basket. This money goes towards rent, the space, and any other expense that we incur. Your gift is greatly appreciated. Infinite Intelligence, thank you for allowing us to gather and share your spiritual knowledge today. With this collection, we will be able to continue to our spiritual growth. We will continue to share your gifts bestowed upon us with others. Let this offering be a sign of our dedication to your church. Let it help us carry on the message of spiritualism. Let your light continue to reach us. Amen. And the next speaker so now we have announcements. The next speaker for the service is you. Oh, it's going to be me. Okay. All right. Invitation to membership. $15 annually for the right to vote in the elections. Books and literature are at the back of the tables. Brochures and flyers are also back there. Special occasions, seance and mediumship circle classes are available, and any upcoming membership and board meetings that will be held. I'll let you guys know about that coming up very soon. I want to tell you about a little bit of a funny story here. I don't know if it's funny or not, but speaking of funny stories, I got the inspiration, thank you to Reverend Bob. Okay. So I've been going through some financial struggles, and so it's been kind of tough, right? And I have this book, and I opened it up, and the page that I opened it up right to talked about how struggles, and how when you are struggling, it means that you are on the right path and something good is going to happen to you. So I thought that was rather interesting, so I wanted to share that all with you. So if you guys are going through struggles, it might be, something that feels very stressful right now, but it's a sign that everything's going to be okay. So I just wanted to share that with you. That was very important. So there's a special Spiritualist Christmas potluck at Living in Light Church. I want to share that with you. It's also at the back of the table, so there's that form over there in the back. And I guess if you want to come up.
Yeah, we have a list of for people to bring food, what items they're going to bring, and a way we can contact you in case there's some kind of conflict that occurs. But that's going to be on the 15th. And again, you can take this with you if you want. It's like you can take this one or the ones that we have in the back to remind you. Last year we did it. It was a good time. We had a good time. And there's raffles too. There's a raffle for some prizes, gift cards or lotto scratchers. So that worked out well. Somebody was kind of scoring a lot of them, I remember. I have also my own little notes that I brought. I have little cheater notes here. There was a Soul Search Expo that was happening in Santa Clara, and I went to it on Sunday. There was one particular lady, her name's Connie, I remember that. Her name's Connie. She was giving a talk on aging. And so I was thinking of one of our congregation members that she should be here to see this. So I wanted to sit in on it in order to share some information with her. And so I'm sitting in on the lecture, and the lecture got towards the end, and then the lady says, well, I have these books that I'm selling on anxiety. In fact, here it is, Awakening from Anxiety. And I thought, this would be a good book for one of our congregation members. So I thought, I'm going to buy it. Well, they had a drawing, and I won it. So I'd like to give this to you, Christine. Is that all right?
Oh, yeah.
And she signed it too. And it's got your name on it. So I thought, hey, that was pretty cool because it didn't cost me a cent. But that was meant to be. Yes, but that wasn't all. I attended another lecture by Jared the Medium. I'd never heard of it before, so I sat in on it. And it was interesting the way he portrayed it, because he didn't just give a reading. He would like start to work through the reading and explain as he was going along to everybody what was going on. So he was giving some information to one particular woman, and he says, okay, I got some good information, I'm feeling really good. And then the second part of it says, no, that doesn't fit. And he's thinking, okay, now I feel very insecure. It's like, I don't know what to do. I got to make this right. I got to fix it so that it kind of turns out to be right. And he says, no, you can't do that. Just put it away, and start over doing something else. So he kept on giving this insight as he was giving these readings, what he was doing. And I was thinking of our own Avery. Is like, Avery should get this. He should have been here watching this. So it's over, it ended. And then I pulled out my phone so I would see what time it was. It had recorded the session. I didn't do anything. It had been in my coat the whole time. It had been in my shirt the whole time. I didn't push any buttons, but it had recorded. And I thought, okay, this is the second time now that Spirit has intervened to do something. It's like, I was supposed to record this so that I could give it to Avery, which he now has a recording. But
Yes, that's true.
But I thought that was really interesting.
That's another funny story I should have told.
Yeah, oh yeah, you should have done that, yeah. So I thought that was pretty good. Let's see. Okay. Oh yes. We're doing our weekly seances at my home with Lisa, and Avery's there too. And we're able to speak with Spirit when she goes into trance. So it's just like me talking to one of you, and it's like you can get a response immediately. We asked whether it would be appropriate to get questions from the congregation that we could ask. They said that was perfectly fine. So today we're doing billets, but we also slips of paper there that you could use. If you had a question that you wanted to ask Spirit directly, we could do that. We could ask them directly, and then we'll give feedback directly, and then we can pass it on at the next church service. So if anyone is interested in doing that, go ahead and fill out one, but give it to us. Don't put it in the basket, give it to us. And we'll be sure that we ask it during the seance. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. Let's see, what else? Oh, we have our coat Christmas, what do you want to call it? Charity event. We're collecting clothes because there's some friends of mine, they run a charity organization in which they give clothes to the homeless. And so if you have coats or something like that that are pretty, they're gentle, not worn out, bring them in and we'll give them to Richard and Tito. So be sure to bring that in. I have a comforter that somebody was getting rid of, but I thought, gee, maybe they could use a comforter because, especially in winter time, it gets nice and warm. So I've got that I'm going to be giving them. But next church service, bring clothes and we'll collect them, okay? And I think
So
that's...
not just coats, but
Yeah, I'm also, because it's wintertime now, so people are cold, so you'd think coats. There's like coats and pants, but yeah, it could be clothing items, and like a comforter is going to keep you nice and warm, maybe an afghan or something like that. Yeah, but like a bikini or something like that. No, it's fine. Okay, thank you very much.
All right. I thought that was interesting. Thank you for reminding me about that. I was just like, I thought I was the only medium that actually second guesses myself at times. And that's always very good to remind everybody. Okay, so today is the third Sunday of the month. And so today will be billet readings. And it is now time for billet readings. If you have not done so, now is the time to submit your billets, which will give spirits the opportunity to help you with your request, and allows the mediums to exercise their gifts. A billet is a question written down privately and then folded twice, not 4 times. And the unique mark so that when the medium calls it out, they know when the message is for them. Mediums won't know who they are reading for. And today's mediums are myself, Sandra Deckinger, Reverend Sandra Deckinger, and Reverend Bob. Are there any that I missed? Okay, very good. And let's see, we have a whole bunch here. So, who would like to go first? Huh?
I could go first.
Okay.
8, there might be 9.
9. So 3 apiece.
Yeah, okay, I'll do 3. Okay, I'm back up here again. I'm going to take this one. It's got a bunch of O's on it. O, squiggle. O, squiggle. O, squiggle. Okay, 3 of them.
O'Reilly. Yes.
So these O's that I see here, I see in my mind, and they're being arranged in a circle. So they're taking another pattern shape. It's like I just see them arrange themselves in this big circle of O, all the way around. And what do we do with the squigglies? They're going in the middle, so they're spread out like a star. Okay, so we have a reordered pattern. What is this in reference to? The pattern's getting more complicated. It's turning into 3D. Some are flipping over this way, that. It's like a puzzle. It's like a 3D puzzle. Things this way and that way. Oh, you got to move this over here so this slides out. Yeah, it's a puzzle. It's a complicated one because it's in 3 dimensions. So this is a puzzle you have to figure out. It's like there's a lot of interconnection in there. This is not a kid's toy puzzle. It's just move a couple pieces around, you're done. This is going to take some effort. This is going to take some work to solve. And you are going to succeed. Because I just got a light, like a winning light. So you're going to have a struggle here, but it will come to fruition, whatever this puzzle is. But you will succeed. Oh, this is probably related. I have to keep going with what I said, that this is a puzzle. This is going to take some work on your part, but you will succeed in the end. As a more direct answer, yes. Yes, because I see a yes and a no, and the yes is a lot bigger than the no. So the answer to your question is yes. Okay. Oh, I'll take the star because it's right there in front of me. So I have it's on this side too. Ooh. So there's a star on both sides, and there's a line, like a border line on the sides of it. Keep on seeing a basket, like one of our baskets. Holding hands now. A basket to hold something. Hands are cupped together, holding something. You're trying to hold something. It's like you're trying to hold water, and the water's leaking between your fingers. It's like you're desperately trying to hold on to whatever this is, but it keeps on leaking out the bottom. So this has got to be frustrating. So I feel a sense of frustration. It's like an act of desperation almost. That you really want to hang on to this, but you can't. You can't hang on to it. So that's probably part of the message. I'm going to sweep what I just said aside. Sweep it aside. We can all connect with the other side. It just takes time, patience, meditation, and listening. You can make a request, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's who's going to come through. But don't turn away whoever does come through to help you. There's a lot we don't know about the other side. There may be reasons why somebody that you want to come through doesn't. So I would just take it one step at a time, very slowly. And accept what comes through. Don't even put a label on it. Don't even put a label about who this person is. You can ask them. You can ask them who they are. But it takes baby steps. Be patient. Okay. I think that's my 3. Yeah, that was only 2. Why do I see? Okay. It looked like there was more for my tour. Okay, yeah, one more. This is blank. Oh, this is blank. Nobody put anything on the outside. So I see a chalkboard, and erasing the chalkboard to get blank, make this blank. So we're clearing the chalkboard, we're gonna start from scratch, and now somebody's with chalk is like making a drawing, like a building. They're starting with foundation and then putting up the walls, and then putting on the roof, putting in the windows, all that kind of stuff, the tree, and flowers, doing all that stuff. But they started from scratch in order to do this. So it takes a process to start from the bottom and working their way up, building more and more and more. And then a sun up in the corner. It's like a little ding, there's a sun. Okay. I'm seeing quite a few months. Is again going back to the drawing, the building started from the bottom, we're just way up, developing it more and more and more. Because usually for questions on timing, I'll get pages of the calendar, the monthly calendar, switching. But I'm seeing a lot of months, like one of those kinds that show all the months together, but it's like 6 months. Like it's not quite 6 months, but it's going to be at least 4. It's going to be between 4 and 6 months. So that's the answer to that question. Okay, now I've done 3. Okay.
I guess I will go seconds.
Okay.
Hello, family. All right, this is this is like a flower, a beautiful little flower. Oh, how cute. I see like this brown dog, or a brown little puppy that comes up to me. Such a happy little brown puppy. Running up to me, smiling. It's out in a field. We're out in the field together. Comes up to me and smiling. It's very happy. The field is very beautiful. Green grass, blue sky, and the energy is very, very peaceful. And I feel like the puppy wants to play with me. And I'm laying on this grass. I get a sense of calm, I get a sense of peace. And I get that you should be more playful in this time in your life. This dog is trying to remind you to be more playful. He's licking your face right now, sending you a lot of joy. think you can feel that. All right. 4 stars. 4 stars in either corner. Interesting. All right, I see the night sky, and I'm seeing a whole bunch of stars. This is almost like looking up at the night sky. And I almost want to say that the sky is the limit, but the sky is not the limit. You can keep going further than the sky. Reach for the stars. And keep going. And I'm seeing you climbing and climbing and climbing. Let go of that doubt, because there is some doubt. Just let go of that doubt. Just keep climbing. Yes. Give it a few days. Okay, I've got a heart and a smiley face and angel number 1111. 1111. Oh, beautiful. As I said, angel number, there is an angel with you, standing with you. I get that this person has been feeling, I would have guessed that they would have been feeling some slight anxiety or discomfort, but also some, some peace as well, as they've been feeling the angel around them, or they should be feeling the angel around them. This is like a female angel. The angel has like blondish hair that goes all the way down past their shoulders. And this angel is there to support them. They've been looking for support, and they've been looking for comfort, and they've been looking for answers, and the answers are there. You just have to trust the process. And stop second guessing that you are, if you are in the right direction, because you are. They are guiding you on that right path, because I'm seeing that right path. And I've just answered that question for you. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you. The next one will be Reverend Sandra Deckinger.
Yeah.
I have a milk bone.
Yummy.
They aren't too bad. They're very crispy.
Are they really?
when I come into this rated vibration, I feel a lot of love and passion for what the person is doing. I also feel that there's been some type of problem that you're trying to block out of your life and out of your mind. And you know you really can't do this. What you really need to do is to open up, and as you do this, you will find that there will be people who are willing and able to help you. You just have to talk about it. It's not going to go away immediately, but as you open up, you will get more input from the outside, and you'll feel so much better. You really do. Stop holding things in so tight and let things out a little bit. That they love you very much. They say you're skimpy with the treats. They would prefer more of them. There's one sort of shy that would really like to spend more time with you, but it's sort of afraid. So I'm going to leave that with you. I have a heart with an arrow through it, and there's lots of little squiggles on the arrow. As I come into this rated vibration, I feel that there's been a problem that's been bothering you, and you've been going back and forth over this problem. You've been trying to push it away, but that's not going to work. You have to work on it. It just won't go away by saying, oh, it doesn't exist. You have to work on it. It's very necessary for this. I'm also being shown a flower. I don't know its name, but it's a summer flower, and it has all beautiful pink, orange leaves, and the center is a beautiful golden color. And there's a lady here. She comes on a grandmotherly rated vibration, and she's giving this to you. To me, this is a symbol that she loves you very much. And number two, that if you want, that there will be some resolution to this discussion or to this problem. And I want to go into the spring months when the flowers come out. Thank you. I have one, which has just one cross on it. My guide is here, 2 moccasins. And he was saying that, you really should be more inventive. Do you know how many people just put one cross on one of these cards? You're lucky it's a small audience. If you have 50 or 60 people, how many do you think are just going to put one cross on? So now that you've been educated, let me go into the message. As I come into this rated vibration, I'm feeling that you should be smiling a lot more. Because I keep wanting to smile and look at everybody and look around, that you've been just, hey, it's time to get out. It's time to move forward. Smile, look forward, and also, when you're walking, watch where you're walking. You're a very cautious person. Stop looking for things to, I want to say, stop looking too deeply into things. At the present time, don't, if somebody says hello, just say hello back. Don't think to yourself, why is that person saying hello to me? Just be happy and accept the hello and smile back. That's your job for, I want to go into the end of December with this, and the next year will be better if you smile more. Yes, the problem will be solved, but you have to start working on it. You have to get it in process the month of December. You have to get it in process by the end of December. If not, there will be more delays. So work hard to get it in process. Now, is there anybody here who hasn't had a message? Okay. Alrighty, well, good night, goodbye. And I'm gonna see you in 2 weeks.
Okay. Let the spirit energy that we receive today follow us throughout the week. Let us be receptive to our guides' messages and take heed. Let's practice our belief each day. May we stay on our life's path and take joy in doing well. Take joy in doing kind deeds. Take joy in knowing our truths. Amen. And now, this ends the service. Thank you all for being with us today, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Okay, all right.
And if you guys have received a beneficial message, we ask that you fill out an affidavit to one of our mediums today. And there's still coffee and water in the back there, and that's it.
Our next service is on December 1st. So, never sneak up on you. In fact, I'm coming home the Saturday night before, so I got to make sure all the batteries are charged before I leave.